Students want to know, would it ever be okay for us to ask if the company accepts sponsorships, or should I not bring it up if I'm an international student? What's the best
I
approach?
love this question. So previous to EA, if you've like been frantically Googling me, I worked at Indeed as an immigration specialist. So a few things. Number one, at every point in someone's interview process, we have to ask you the question, do you now or in the future require sponsorship to work in the United States? That is the legal verbiage. Like that is, if you don't say it that way, it's like a whole thing. We want to know. So there are some roles that are unsponsorable. So if you think about it, H1B sponsorship is really for those specialized roles. So if you're applying for something in marketing and you only have 1 year because of your F1, I need to know that, because if the team is not inclined to sponsor, I don't want to set you up for a role that is not going to be successful. So these are things that are super important to have honest conversations with your recruiter about. Most of the F1 students are part of the OPT STEM program, so they'll get the 3 years post graduation. Some are only 1 year. It's really important to have these honest conversations, because when you think about your internship or your new grad role, not everyone sponsors. And they should hopefully put that in their job description. But if that company doesn't sponsor, you need to keep looking somewhere else, because every year you're not in the lottery is a year you've lost in your work authorization. So even as an intern and you're thinking about full-time opportunities post graduation, asking if the company sponsors is really important, because you might be talking to somebody who's like, yeah, we don't sponsor until you've been here for a year. You're like, oh man, that's only 2 tries. And then you might talk to somebody else who's like, yeah, we sponsor. Like at EA, we sponsor. So if you were an intern this summer, you graduate next spring and your role needs sponsorship, we apply for your sponsorship in this lottery. So again, coming to the conversation focused with your priorities is key. So this is a priority to you, and you should make sure that your recruiter is having that honest conversation with you. This is a recruiter conversation and not a team question. I will say that. Like, please don't ask my teams, they get scared. Please ask the recruiters. We know what we're talking about.